Yes, I would just add in that these composable of objects or templates, that is already in our corporate businesses workflows, efficient and frameworks and models. Yes, exactly. I just wanted to add that when we went to the IT school or IT college or institute, almost 20, actually 25 years ago, then all that rational unified processing and UML-based work had to be done by standalone platforms or tools where we had something from IBM and then it was not exactly integrated at all. Actually, the process started almost 20 years ago, of course, but so she's right that students of today's world and so on have another opportunity of modeling, designing, and building applications than we have.
for the Linux part, and it's a pleasure now to create a big picture how Signavio and Linux can actually support your transformation. If we are thinking about Linux and our vision, we want to be like the Google Maps for IT, which means having one place, one application where I create transparency about my whole tech stack, which means which capabilities do I have in my organization, how are we actually fulfilling and running our processes, but also what are the applications supporting these capabilities and processes, how are they integrated, and also in which infrastructure are running. To create this big picture, we in Linux have a meta model, an out-of-the-box meta model, which we will see also in this. If we are thinking now a bit of what was actually the move of enterprise architecture, and why is it actually relevant again, what we are seeing here is on the left side actually how enterprise architecture was still a couple of years ago. Drawing pictures, creating all the relations, but honestly, no one could use it. Not the management could use it for data-driven decision, not the process owner, because they just they didn't understood how actually my architecture looks like. So Linux got the move of saying we want to make it more data-driven, more automated, more collaborative, because we see enterprise architecture not only as an IT function, but also as a business benefit and a business capability. I also talked already about the out-of-the-box and the QER meta model. It just gives you an indication of what kind of artifacts are we actually collecting in Linux, which starts from bottom to the top with the technical architecture. What is our software and hardware components we are using, which kind of middlewares we are using for integrations and so on. Coming to the application and data architecture, as I said, application is the middle, the heart of Linux. How integrated are they? Which data objects are we actually transferring from A to B? Then coming to the business architecture, where we're storing organizations or regions. I'm actually active in as an organization by capability, so what I am doing, and the business context, which indicates processes, value streams, or services I'm providing. Coming then to the strategy and transformation layer, which covers all the way of my objectives, my strategic platforms, and all the programs, projects, initiatives I'm providing. Coming to the last slide, we obviously got acquired by SAP like 1.5 years ago, and we want to be unbeatable in the SAP context, obviously, but still we are enterprise architecture agnostic, which means we have a lot of integrations in the SAP ecosystem. For example, in regards to SAP landscape discovery, which we'll cover also in the next couple of minutes. So how can I automatically get my SAP solutions in Linux? Also, a bit of Outlook, SAP BTP, to understand also my add-ons and services I'm creating. To Signavio, obviously, for the processes, and also for the integration suite. There is an integration on the roadmap. But also on the non-SAP side, with ServiceNow, state-of-the-art tool for CMDB, with Jira, with Confluence, we have other solutions where we have out-of-the-box integrations to actually automate and integrate Linux into the existing IT ecosystem. On top, obviously, we have open APIs which we can leverage also to create custom integrations. With that said, let me quickly share my screen, because then we are jumping directly into the tool, and we are starting just use several other options in Next. I want to show you two of them. First one is the AI, or so-called AI inventory builder. The AI inventory builder is similar to text process. It's Signavio where I can upload diagrams, pictures, documents, and this will analyze by yourself. So this picture here of a couple of boxes which indicate applications and a lot of response as well. And then I can analyze it.
Let's count how many swans there are.
What you can see is that Lina X, the inventory builder, is analyzing automatically fact sheets. So we have Phoenix, one capability, couple of applications and interfaces. And we will also automatically create auto-relations, which means with the information you have already, you have a very, very fast time to insights because it gets the data super fast into the base. Now, I promised you also another one, and this is the so-called SAP Landscape Discovery.